Hello guys, so this is going to be a bit of an interesting video. It's not going to be very flashy and everything. I'm just going to be chatting with you guys again and talking about my content and all that jazz, because I know you guys have a lot of questions and I promised I'd make this video, and I feel like I kind of need to make it because or else it would just be a bit strange if I just continued on doing whatever without mentioning anything about it. So yeah. The way I just said that sounds like I'm gonna quit YouTube or something, which I'm not. So let's just make that very clear. I'm not quitting YouTube, I'm continuing making videos, but yeah, we're gonna clear up some stuff. I just realized that I'm talking like this is a YouTuber apology video, and again, it feels like I'm apologizing, like I'm making a YouTuber apology video on behalf of someone else. Okay, so most of you probably know that J.K. Rowling has been coming out with some controversial and transphobic comments in the recent months, and it's kind of been like murmuring around for like a year or two, but recently she's decided that she's going to go full forward and like talk about everything. She talks about everything in a very like, I'm educated on this subject and I don't know why I can't just have an opinion and a discussion, but she's stating things like it isn't a discussion. So even though she's like, I can't even discuss things online without being attacked, but she's not even having it as a discussion, she's just like putting out transphobic statements and then saying, oh, why are people mad at me? If you haven't seen, there's a bunch of recaps on it on Twitter. I'll put up some of the screenshots here. There's also a full video by Jamie Dodger who goes through all of it with his girlfriend Chava. They go through literally everything, like point by point, and explain it very well. There's also threads on Twitter. I'll link all these things in the description, by the way. And if you so far haven't thought that what she has done is transphobic, maybe this will change your mind, because recently I saw that she had promoted this shop, this small business. She had specifically decided to support this one, which was basically her wearing a t-shirt that said, "This witch doesn't burn," which isn't problematic in itself. But then you go onto the store and quickly, like I didn't even have to look for 5 minutes, I had found a bunch of things like pins saying your pronouns, bunch of terrible pins, bunch of terrible merch, mugs that say proud turf, as in people like being proud that they're being called trans exclusionary online, like they're proud of it, which that's a bit of a big yikes, I'm not gonna lie. These are some other examples of stuff that could be found on the website. I don't know how this can be mistaken, because if you didn't think anything she said this far has been problematic, she literally now promoted a store that sells stuff that says F your pronouns. Just because she says she supports trans people, that isn't necessarily true. Yeah, I could say that I'm like, oh yeah, I love gay people, and then vote no for marriage equality. A lot of people, for example, could be like, yeah, I have gay friends, yeah, I love them. As you guys saw in my last video, I reacted to anti-gay commercials. A lot of the people in there excuse their behavior by being like, yeah, but I have friends who are gay. And this is kind of the thing. Sorry, this video is going to be rambly and a mess, and I'm going to get to my channel and everything later in the video, but I just wanted to talk about this first. It's gonna be jumbled and whatever. But a lot of people also don't seem to realize the issue at hand, because I think that's very important, because a lot of people, when I commented on this or have commented on it, have said like, oh, but she's not homophobic, she has Dumbledore. This is not about homophobia. And a lot of people are like, oh, but she said she supports trans people, she's not. So I think it's just very important to know that, like, even though someone says they support someone or support something, it doesn't necessarily mean it's true if their actions are otherwise. Do you guys get what I mean? So obviously, as a Harry Potter creator, this has been bothering me because I'm a part of the LGBT community, and just in general, it's just heartbreaking to see the author like be so obsessed with this topic that she seems very misinformed on, and continues to speak on in a way that she's trying to convince people to agree with her, and then when people critique her on it, she is mad and says that she's not allowed to voice her opinion, which I don't think it's much of an opinion to want to take away rights from people. That's not much of an opinion, that's very damaging. It's sometimes very damaging to tweet out certain things to millions of people because people will be inclined to agree, especially since they have an emotional connection to the series that she's created. So people see hate towards the creator of a series that is near and dear to their heart, and then they go into attack mode because they feel like, for a lot of people, Harry Potter, like a lot of people found comfort in Harry Potter, and they see J.K. Rowling being attacked or critiqued, and they immediately get defensive and are inclined to support J.K. Rowling just because of the fact that she's the creator of something that they're emotionally attached to. Does that make sense? I hope that made sense. Which makes this so difficult because for a lot of people, they just want to support J.K. Rowling no matter what. No matter what she has done, they're gonna support her, and there's nothing really I can say about that. But for me, it's been really weighing on me that I'm doing Harry Potter content and I'm like kind of preserving her legacy in a way. For me, what it started to feel like when I was doing my Harry Potter videos was that I kind of would have to make a statement at each video or would have to clarify. There's just so much violence and hate towards trans people in the world. Like, that's the problem. She's not just voicing her opinion, she's actively making a toxic environment even more toxic for trans people. Basically, it just didn't... right now... for me personally, and everyone's gonna have a different opinion on this, and yeah, some people might think that me doing Harry Potter videos is continuing to diversify the Harry Potter fandom. Some people might think it's making it worse. There's gonna be a lot of opinions, but for this, I kind of just have to take my mental health into it as well, because recently when I've done Harry Potter videos, it has, like, it's not been that fun. It was really fun to see you guys respond well to the last 3 videos I made, because they weren't Harry Potter videos, and that made me kind of find a little bit of comfort again, because I really wanted to continue being a YouTuber. Like, this is my first year doing YouTube full time, and I would hate if it was my last. Right now, I just can't see myself making Harry Potter content, and I hope you guys will stick around, because I have some really good ideas, I have some really fun things I want to do. It just makes me sad to look at right now, which is so sad because it's a series that I've loved for almost 10 years and I've made videos about for 7 years, and yeah, it feels really sad. It sucks. A lot of people are able to separate it, but I personally am not able to do that at the moment, especially not creating content. Like, I feel like it's different consuming content that was created 20 years ago versus creating and actively contributing to the Harry Potter fandom. Is very different in my opinion, and I think that's why I'm having a very hard time separating it. I obviously know that there's probably a lot of people who are only here for Harry Potter, and that's fine, and if you want to stick around, that's great, and if you want to leave, thank you so much for having watched at all, and if you want to just rewatch my old Harry Potter videos, I'll leave, I think, most of them up. I don't think I'll take really anything down, because it's out there. I think that is everything I wanted to say. If there's something I wanted to add, I'll probably film it and just add it in. But yeah, hope you guys stick around. I hope you watch my other videos that I want to create. I mean, I already have 3 up that you can give a watch, and I hope you like it. Trans men are men, trans women are women, and non-binary people are non-binary. Let's just have that straight. I don't know how to end this video. I guess I'll just do my normal goodbye.